Hey everybody, welcome to Obscurities and Miniatures. I just had something new arrive in the mail, and if you guessed it was a Kingdom Death model, then you guessed correctly. Today we have the new Peasant Hero, and one thing I wanted to point out was, we've got a bigger box using our Savior, who I haven't bothered to do a video on, but she'll show up soon enough. You can see there is quite a difference in size. I think this is a good thing, because sometimes these models have been extra crammed in there. Let us take a look at what we've got, because I haven't even had a chance to see it yet. Okay, well, it's big, but it's not that big. Come on, Adam. All right, I have a first run edition. Good. It's not a number one. Oh, well. I like the art. Obviously, a very Red Riding Hood-esque model with a Bunny Girl Usagi-chan motif. Fair enough. The usual requisite plastic base bottom, but I believe she does have a scenic base top, which is what all this stuff is. Let's find out if I can actually get it out of the bag. There we go. So first off, we have a very large piece for her lower half of the body. A little bit of cleanup there. This is one of the photoresin models, which is the 3D printed stuff that Kingdom Death makes. As you can see, if you have any experience playing with a 3D printer, you know these little spurs on the bottom of the kits very well. I believe you can see we have some indentations for her foot right there. I don't know if that's all supposed to be blood or what on the ground. Maybe not. I don't know. Perhaps like that. I have no idea. We'll figure that out. Nice and thick, though. And then we have a bunch of little pieces in here too. Let's take a look. The quality of the resin doesn't seem too bad. I know they like this tan, flesh-colored stuff. Okay, hopefully that's not supposed to be a strap. I don't think it is. It just looks like leftover casting bits to connect it. See the blood dripping off of it, and her little rabbit token on the haft of the axe. We have something. The basket. Okay. I'm not too pleased with that, but we'll deal with it. Quite a bit of cleanup there. I believe this is the torso. And again, gonna need a bit of cleanup. But if you play with a 3D printer or resin models in general, that should not be surprising to you. And the head. So yeah, a little dismayed, I gotta be honest, with the amount of cleanup that this is gonna take. It's not deal-breaking by any means. The quality of the cast looks nice. I don't see a lot of those whorls and spirally shapes that sometimes you come across with really rushed 3D prints, especially, if they have a lot of not very thick layers. So I can't complain there. This does look pretty high-end compared to some of the chaff I've printed out. So I'm going to put her together. We'll grab, naturally, a bunch of other Kingdom Death models to show off in comparison, and we'll take a look. Alright, we got our Peasant Hero all finished up. I really am digging this model. There's just a lot of movement, a lot of depth going on here, a lot of detail. And yeah, she's not glued on that base yet, obviously. Did take a bit of cleanup, to say the least. But overall, looks like she's going to be a really fun one to paint. I do not have her attached to the base correctly, so it works. How's she stack up, I'm wondering? Let's grab some other Kingdom Death models and find out. We'll get our Oktoberfest Aya there. And what else do we have handy? I'm sure there's other... Yep. I grabbed the Bullet Dancer, because it's just such a unique model. And it's nice to see, number one, we have some more fully clothed Kingdom Death models, but number two, just the sheer variety in terms of poses and things going on with these models is always impressive. if you are curious, for whatever reason, if you wanted to toss her into another game. My first thought was, you know, looking at her, I'm thinking like Folklore. Not that Folklore really needs the minis, but, you know, minis are always fun to have. Grabbing a couple other models. I don't know how big the Folklore models are, unfortunately. My other thought was using her as like an orphan for Shadows of Brimstone, but I think she's just going to be way too big. I know the Brimstone models, newer stuff, tends to be closer in size to some of the Malifaux figures, but even then, with the scenic base she's standing on and just her whole sense of movement, her hair, her hood, the ears on it, I think she's just going to look a lot bigger than anything else on the table. So I don't know about that. As a Kingdom Death piece, though, yeah, absolutely. I think she's totally going to work. I got no issues there. As you can see here, she just really fits in well. And I am regretting putting away those architects that I finished the other day. A shame. But yeah. So, overall, cool kit. Overall, I have no idea where they're going to continue this line. I mean, we've got most of the basic tropey classes of player characters for tabletop games at this point, so it's like, it's anybody's guess, really. But I do like the fact that, number one, she's fully clothed, and it is a very interesting pose going on there, and I am not going to glue her on that base until we've finished painting everything. That's going to be impossible to get to. The folds in her dress are going to be a royal pain otherwise, but definitely a fun model, and I'm looking forward to seeing her painted. With that said, this has been High Lord Tamberlane with Obscurities and Miniatures, saying thanks for watching, and we'll see you back here soon. Bye-bye.